No action and no mission. I'll say it again. No action and no mission. That is where all of your problems lie. At least probably for the average young, healthy man, 95 to 99% of them actually lie. Most of us have really good lives. Most of us live a life that's pretty full. It's pretty plentiful. But we let the things that happen to us become what we victimize ourselves through. Oh, I got let off from this job and this happened and then my parents split and this and that. And we use every fucking reason for us to not succeed as reason. And I want you guys to understand that the world is a mirror. It is a mirror. It reflects everything that you think. And the reality is that reality is merely a perception of your thought and what goes on subconsciously in your mind. Okay, so a terrible thing can happen to you. And the person that looks at that situation as, oh my God, this is going to be part of my hero's journey, this is going to make the win 10 times greater, is the guy that's always going to win, the guy that's always going to get paid, the guy that's always going to sign clients, the guy that's always going to be rich. That's that guy. The guy that's always going to be poor is the guy that sees something happen to him and says, why me? How could this happen? This is ridiculous. I don't believe it. Blah, blah, blah. These people never get anywhere. And you start to notice they will create excuses in other areas of their life as to their inadequacies. Okay, so everything is always someone else's fault. All right? If something is always everyone else's fault and you don't take 100% responsibility and accountability for every single thing that happens to you, both good and bad, you will always be a victim of the bad things that happen in your life, and you will never have a good system and foundation to deal with those hard things. You want me to cure your depression? I'll do it right now. Every single day you need a routine. You need to go to the gym every single day, and you need a mission. You need to see yourself in 3 years rich as fuck, in way better shape and in better health than what you're in right now, having helped hundreds of thousands of people in some way or another through a product or a service, through a business, and work towards that mission every single day with the goal of getting so rich that you could give back to everybody. You will give yourself so much responsibility that in 10 to 12 hours a day, you're going to be focused, working, busy, focused on action. And that depression, that noise in the back of your head is slowly going to start to get drowned out. The people that chase happiness the most are the most unhappy people. You ever see these people? They bounce from club to club. They try different drugs. Oh, I did mushrooms. I did this. It was like it gave me a spiritual awakening, blah, blah, blah. These people are never happy. Why? Because they're missionless. They're purposeless. They have no passion. They don't wake up with any energy or any intensity because they don't have anything to chase. We as humans need something to chase. Primitively and primally, it was always just simply about us surviving. That was it. We would wake up, not with even the goal of thriving, just to try to exist, to catch enough food to eat, to maybe get some fucking sleep somewhere where it was warm enough. Now we live in a world where there's absolute abundance. As long as you work hard, you can live in the safest areas, you can drive the nicest cars, you can put your kids through the best schooling, you can eat the healthiest food. Capitalism is a beautiful fucking thing. And people are too lazy to take advantage of it. Meanwhile, the quality of life that you could live is conducive of you giving up whatever the fuck it is that's holding you back right now. And you know what's probably holding you back right now? This. The only thing you have in this world is your mind. You can't even control what happens to your health. You really can't. I mean, for the most part, you can. You could try to take care of your health. You could take vitamins and sleep well and exercise and do all this good stuff. But things will happen. The only thing you can truly go through life with is your mind. And there's probably going to be a group of people that are like, oh, well, you don't understand. Like, if you've never suffered severe depression, if you've never suffered severe anxiety, guys, everyone's individual suffering is suffering. You can't measure suffering on a scale. Like, you can't look at two people, okay? And if someone says, oh my God, I'm the most depressed person in the world, and the guy next to you is like, yeah, well, I have more depression than you do. How do they give it? You can't measure that. That's suffering is individual. So stop thinking that your problems are worse than the guy next to you. when you're probably in a better position than you think. Don't let your mind get away with you. Once that happens, your business will crumble. Your personal life will crumble. You need a fucking mission every single day. You need a business model. You need a routine for exercise. You need to start eating better food. I promise you, little by little, you're going to start untying that knot of fucking depression. And I want you to understand this. This is a crazy concept. You understand that most of these issues that go on inside of our brain, like anxiety, stress, it's a brain chemical imbalance. Dopamine, serotonin, epinephrine, norepinephrine, these things are not in balance and your neurotransmitters are not firing correctly, which is why you feel this way for the most part. That's the release that occurs in your brain. You do know that just by giving yourself positive mantras every single day, telling yourself, I'm the fucking best, I can't be beat, I feel no stress, I deal with all the stress that comes into my life, I can make millions of dollars, I can exceed everyone's expectation of me, I'm the fucking best. When you start talking to yourself and thinking that you are actually the best, and you start rewiring your subconscious thought, even if you don't believe it, even if it's fake to you in the beginning, your conscious brain eventually starts to believe it. You'll believe your own lie. So you can self-hypnotize yourself to believe that you are a stronger, better, more capable person than you even are right now. And guess what? Eventually, through subconscious rewiring, it becomes your conscious reality. When you believe you are that person, that you're hardworking, healthy, strong, you're going to go do all these great things, what ends up manifesting in your reality? The results of someone that took action with all of those characteristics. Start positively lying to yourself. Be delusionally fucking optimistic and work every single day towards a mission and a goal. And you're going to look back and be like, for the last 6 months, I was less depressed than usual. And if that's the case, that's positive momentum. You keep building upon that. You keep getting richer. You keep getting stronger. You keep doing better. And you give back to the people that believed in you when you had nothing. Now go work.